Hey, it's Rebecca with Farmhouse at Meadow Hill. At the beginning of the video, you got to see a clip of us trying to clean those gourds. Trying to find a way to keep them down in the water was near impossible. However, we did get them cleaned up, and I'll show a few of them to you here shortly. We are continuing our video in the office. Today I'm going to share my office space. This is a spot in my home that I don't share very often. Today's video is in collaboration with Artleon. I have been looking for a comfortable chair for my office, and when they reached out to me, I immediately went over to their website to check out the chairs. Well, everyone, they have more than just chairs. So, while Mr. Fix-It is putting this together for me, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about Artleon. If you go over to their website, and I'll put that link in my description box below, so you can go check out what they have on their site. They have an array of items that you can incorporate throughout your home. They also have patio sets for your outdoor spaces. They are currently running an autumn sale, and if you apply Farmhouse 15 at checkout, you will receive an additional $15 off. They do have these in a variety of color, and also if you wanted the chair with the wheels, it also comes that way. Let me take you around the room rather quickly. And this quilt stand was one of two that I thrifted a few years back, and I gave one to my mother and I kept one. And that quilt is the quilt top my sister had stitched together and appliqued, and I added some of the plaid around that, and I have it displayed there on that quilt rack. Down under my desk or my work station or work table, this room is many things to me, and it is a workable room. It's not just for display. I have my sewing machine right back there behind my chair, and I have all my quilts stacked on that chair. Now that's the chair that I used before, and it was so uncomfortable that I didn't want to hardly be back here very much. So I am thankful to Artleon for the new chair. And guys, I just love it. It's so comfortable, and it swivels around where if I want to turn and look out the window at the fields or birds or butterflies, I can do that. But I don't have my ladder back chair in here yet, but that's where it's going to go with my quilt stacked on it, and I like that. The shelf that the quilts were on is no longer there. My sister-in-law sent me this piece of furniture, and I just love it. I thought about painting it, but guys, I'm not going to do a thing to it. It holds all of my scrapbooking stuff and a few of my sewing notions in that middle drawer. And remember the big basket I thrifted and all of the yarn? Well, I'm going to work on making a granny square afghan with all of that yarn that I thrifted. And I just placed here some of those beautiful gourds. They cleaned up, got all the black off of them as much as we could, and I put a couple of them in here, up here on the wall. I would like to get some more something to go up there, but I'll know it when I find it. Over here is my old quilt rack that I found at a peddler's mall several years ago, and I had it at the last house, but I love doing a seasonal quilt, and this is one that I appliqued. It's a throw quilt, and I'll show you those are the little yo-yos that I put on there. And I did acorns. I changed the pattern up a little bit. It was for a large quilt, so I changed the pattern up just a little bit and sort of tweaked it to fit a throw blanket. And I can't remember what the pattern was called, but there's a squirrel, acorns, oak leaves, and I know that looks like a pumpkin in the middle, but it's not. It's a large acorn. Down there at the bottom is my little vintage sewing stand. I put my yarn in it and take it out in the living room when I'm there watching the TV program, and I have my yarn right there. And it's got a little pocket in it, and my needles go in that and everything. And then this is some of my quilts. My curtains, they came, I ordered them on Amazon, and I just love them. I just love the texture to them. I love the color and everything about them. Over here is just my little wall plug from Bath and Body Works. I have one almost in every room, and I put the little truck in here. And then I decided to bring this coffee mug and pillow from the bedroom out here, and because this is where I'm going to be doing maybe some editing on my videos. And then here on my work table, this is just a little cork board of a stand, and that's a card that my daughter got me, May the Light of God's Love, and she had something sweet inside. But I put that there, and I thought it would be great for the autumn season. And then this used to be a white vase that I painted a matte black, and I just love how that looks with that little spray of different florals for the fall. Up there on the wall is my round tobacco basket, and that is an applique I did many years ago. And then I brought my baskets in here, added a little pumpkin, and not much going on there. I did take down my computer out of here. I only use it when I get out my Cameo silhouette, so I figured I would get it all out when I needed it and just store it away for right now. This little cart my daughter got me several years ago for Christmas, and it's on wheels, and I can cart it around, and it's got just a variety of things like sewing notions, pins, scissors, glue, my sewing basket, just a number of things, and I can move that around, and they're right there as needed. And then my light, that's my quilting light. When I set up my quilting stand in my living room to watch some TV, I take that in there, and it gives me plenty of light. And if any of these things might be something that you're looking for, I do have some of them listed in my Amazon storefront under sewing supplies. The rug was one that I did a collaboration with Revival last year, and it's very soft, very warm. This basket, you remember I thrifted, and these are projects that need to be done. So they're just sitting out right there. And I don't do a whole lot of decorating back here, but I thought I would add just a few things. So this is my office. I do call it my office, but like I said, it's a lot of things.